podcast. My name is Novi Ramadhani. My student ID number is 63250054 and I will be your host today.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Resandrani. My student ID number is 63250030. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very happy to be in here today.
Okay, today we're going to talk about a topic that has become an important part of our daily lives, the internet. I think almost everyone uses the internet every day. Before we go deeper into the discussion, could you explain what the internet is?
Of course, the internet is a worldwide network that connection millions of computers and others live. It allows people to communicate, share information, and access many online devices. With the internet, we can connect with people from different countries within seconds.
That's a great explanation. When did the internet become popular?
The internet started as a project military and research purpose many years ago. However, it became popular in the 1990s when more people start using computer and the World Wide Web. Since then, it has grown rapidly and become an essential part of modern life. Yeah.
That's interesting. Nowadays, we use the internet almost every day. What are some common activities people do on the internet?
People use the internet to search for information, watch videos, send emails, join online meetings, study online, shopping online, and use social media. Many business also use the communicate with customer and promote the product.
As university students, we also depend on the internet. How does it help students?
It helps students in the many ways. We can search for reference, download ebooks, with education videos, attend online class, submit assignment, and communicate with learners and classmates. It also makes teamwork easier because student can collaboration online.
I completely agree. During the pandemic, the internet became even more important for education.
Yes, that's right. Without the internet, online learning would have been very difficult. It allows students and teachers to continue learning from home.
Besides education, the internet also offers many services. Could you mention some of them?
Sure, some common internet services are the World Wide Web for browsing, website, email for sending message, FTP for transferring files, search engine for finding information, and online chat or video calls for communication.
Speaking of search engines, I think Google is one of the most popular ones, right?
Absolutely. Search engine help us find information within seconds. We only had to type a keyword and the search engine will display thousand of related results.
That really saves time. However, do you think everything on the internet is reliable?
Not always. There is a lot used information, but there is also fake news and missing information. That's why we should always check whether the source is truly before believing or sharing information.
That's very important point. Besides fake news, what other disadvantage does the internet have?
There are several disadvantages, such as cybercrime, hacking, online scam, virus, identity theft, and internet education. Some people also spend too much time online and forget in interact with people in real life.
I think many young people spend hours on social media every day. Do you think that's a problem?
It can be. Social media is powerful for communication and entertainment, but if people use the too much, it can reduce productivity and even affect their mental health. Balance is very important.
I agree. So, what are some tips for using the internet safety?
First, create strong password and never share their with others. Second, avoid clicking supercell link and downloading unknown file. Third, keep your device updated with the latest security software. And finally, always protect your personal information online.
Those are excellent tips. I think everyone should follow them. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas and knowledge today.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to be here.
And thank you to everyone for listening to our podcast. We hope you learned something new about the internet. See you in our next video.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Have a wonderful day. Hello everyone, welcome back to our podcast. My name is Reza Andriani. My student ID number is 63250030 and I will be your host today.
Hello everyone, my name is Novi Ramadhani. My student ID number is 63250054. Thank you for inviting me. I'm very happy to hear.
Today we're going to discuss a very useful topic, which is email. Almost everyone who used to the internet has an email account, right? Novi, could you explain what an email is?
Of course, email or electronic mail is a method of sending, receiving, and storing digital message through the internet. It is much faster than traditional postal mail because message can be delivered within seconds.
That's a good explanation. Why do people use email instead of regular email?
Because email is faster, cheaper, and more convenient. People can communicate with others anywhere in the world without waiting for several days. It is also widely used for work, education, and business.
I agree. As university student, we also use email quite often. What are some explains of how students use email?
Students use email to communicate with lecturers, submit assignment, receive announcement, register for online service, and send important documents. Many universities also provide official student email accounts.
That's true. Now, could you explain how email works?
Sure, first the sender writes a message and enter the received email's address. Then the message is sent through the internet to mail server. After that, the mail server delivers the email to the received mail book. Finally, the recipient opens the email and read the message.
That actually is simple process. What are the main part of an email?
An email has three main parts. The first is the header, which contains information such as the sender, recipient, subject, and date. The second is the message body, where we write the main content of the email. The last is the signature, which usually contains the sender names and content information.
I often see file like to CC and BCC. What do they mean?
The two file is for the main receipt. CC, which stands for carbon copy, is used to send a copy of the email to other people. BCC or blind carbon copy also send a copy, but the recipient cannot see who else received it.
That's very useful to know. Can people attach file to an email?
Yes, of course, people can attach many types of files such as PDF documents, Word files, PowerPoint presentation, Excel files, image, music, and videos. This feature makes email very useful for sharing information.
That's one of the reason why email is still popular today. Can you give some example of email address?
Sure. For example, resa_gmail.com or info_company.com. These are common examples for email address.
Uh, Besides communication, what are the advantage of using mail?
Email has many advantages. It is fast, free or low cost, easy to use, and accessible from anywhere with an internet connection. It also allows users to send files and keep records of important conversation.
The second very practical. However, are there any disadvantage?
Yes, email can also be used to send spam, phishing messages, or viruses. Sometimes people receive fake emails that try to steal personal information. That's why users should always be careful before opening links or attachments.
That's a very important reminder. What are some tips for using email safely?
Okay, first, create a strong password. Second, never share your password with anyone. Third, don't open emails from unknown senders. And four, avoid clicking subsection links. And finally, always log out when using a public computer.
Those are excellent tips. I think everyone should follow them.
I agree. Email is a useful communication tool, but users should always protect their personal information.
Before we end today's discussion, could you give us a short consolation?
Certainly, today we discussion what email is, how it works, the parts of an email, example of email address, and file attachment, its advantage and disadvantage, and how to use it safely. Email is still one of the most important communication tools in education, business, and everyday life.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your knowledge today.
You're welcome. It was great to be here.
And thank you to everyone for listening to our podcast. We hope you learned something new about email. See you in our next episode.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Everyone,
everyone.
have a wonderful day.